I woke up and my friend texted me about this. And yesterday, before he had texted me, I seen some interviews on YouTube Shorts. You probably used to wonder, can society become too woke? Is there an extreme end of this liberalism, wokeism? I hate that I put ism on the end of those two words, but some things must be done.
Is Dylan Posel, who played Hornswoggle, the leprechaun in WWE between 2006 and 2016, and by the podcaster and commentator James Barr. All right, James, you've got no problem with what Disney are doing. You think this is progressive and inclusive, and all those moaning about it should shut up.
I think you should live in the 1930s, actually, Piers, because that's where you belong, really, listening to what you were just saying then. Also, I'm going to quote Warwick Davis, because he said he finds it patronising when people are offended on his behalf. Mm-hmm. And you've just spent a 5-minute monologue being offended on his behalf. Mm-hmm. And I think that's ridiculous.
Well, let me bring in Dylan, because Dylan is also offended, and he happens to be a dwarf actor.
Jesus, I started yesterday's video similarly, but this is real. You guys hear what they're arguing about. I never thought we would come to a point in society where inclusivity and tolerance and all of this stuff that seems menial, trivial, needless is so important. It's like a precursor for establishing if you can even engage with these people. I mean, you have to look the part and you have to play the role well. That's what it used to be, but now you just have to look the part. I don't know, not even look the part anymore. What do you guys think of this whole thing in general? Let's listen to some more of this man's pleas, his cries for help.
Said last year, now it's taken away. And it's taken away because of quote unquote progression and all that. And it's not right, because these are roles made for actors of my stature, roles that aren't ever really given. I can't go out for the Harrison Ford or the George Clooney roles because that's not for me. These dwarf roles are for people of my stature. Right. And now it's taken away. I don't feel that's right. And not only that, but now think about the additional stunt actors or body doubles or that.
And getting a role in a Hollywood film.
I am not going to get into an attack on a dwarf.
You don't want a dwarf actor to land a role playing a dwarf part.
Listen, a dwarf can play a dwarf part, but I think it's important to change narratives that don't fit in today's society. And really,
Which is that narrative?
It might be better if dwarves just exist in normal roles everywhere, because they do exist.
What was so bad about the way dwarves were depicted in Snow White? Have I missed something?
Well, listen, I'm not here to talk about...
That's what I'm kind of wondering as well.
I don't represent Disney, but I'm just saying I think I see their point of view.
What's their point of view? What was so bad about the depiction of the dwarves?
Why are you so upset about a movie changing with the times and moving forward?
Because I think that, honestly, with great respect...
There is real news we could be discussing.
No, but this is real news if you're a dwarf actor who are now out of work because of virtue-signaling idiots.
But you're just
who think that everything has to be rewritten to be inclusive,
as a cheap
when in fact it's not inclusive at all.
No, you're using Dylan as a cheap shot to attack a wokey.
I don't think Dylan feels I'm using him as a cheap shot. And what I would say about the wokey thing is this. I have spent the last year listening to people tell me only gay actors should play gay parts. Only Welsh actors, so Michael Sheen, should play Welsh.
Now that you hear the absolutely ridiculous argument that stands against this man, the absolutely ridiculous argument that literally seeded in the beginning of the refuting of his points, literally the first thing that the person who disagrees with you says is, well, I see your point. It makes a lot of sense. What the fuck? Why are you even sitting there trying to argue with this? Why would anyone ever... It just doesn't make sense. If they made Black Panther and they showed us a white T'Challa replacing Chadwick Boseman, they would be outraged. For the next fucking 23 years, they would boycott the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Disney would probably sell off Marvel, be like, well, that's the end of our superhero journey. We finished that phase 4. Anyway, what do you guys think? I seriously doubt anyone is standing on the side of this male, this guy, this lunatic. He's absolutely delusional. Remember, guys, there does come a point where you're fighting for righteousness, fighting for justice, so much so that you become clouded and you become the exact evil that you were trying to fight. Anyway, be careful. Like Nisha says, do not gaze into the abyss, because the abyss gazes back into you. Or be careful when doing battle with monsters, lest you become the monster. Anyway, yeah, peace out. Leave a like and subscribe. Follow my Instagram, please.